Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope you're well. We are back in Misty Marsh today and we're going to be working down here with our Fossa. Are they just Fossa? Yeah, Fossa. Fossas, I suppose. Funky little creatures. I've not used them before, so always nice to start with a new animal. We're going to be building their habitat today. So we got the sort of structure set up in the last episode. So yeah, just sort of going to crack on with it really. I think I'm going to do a bit of water coming into this habitat somehow. Maybe down in this corner might look quite nice. So I think if I can get a little pool down here, something like that, and then I'll be able to bring in some water in this corner. I don't think it's going to work having a whole one of these in here, is it? I don't know actually, I might be able to get that to work. See if I can just, yeah, I can kind of squeeze that across a bit. I don't mind this being quite narrow. There we go. Right, okay. So that is our sort of little bit of water sorted out. That looks quite nice actually. That's good. So what we need to do is a kind of a ledge along here. Made with these. You know what, I think I might actually just overlap it with the path a little bit. Actually use this as the sort of the edge. And then I can build a little path on top, can't I? Not a path, sorry, a little barrier on the top. Right, let's see if I can get this right into the corner. Something like that. Okay, good. So the idea is that I want the animals to actually get up onto this ledge. So I need to create, I don't mind if it's a bit of an overhang. So what we'll do, we'll complete it with a kind of a backdrop of rocks along like this. But make it so there's a bit of an overhang like that. That looks cool. And then see about getting some kind of a slope. So I'm not too sure how good at climbing these guys are. But let's just see what I can do with this. If I can create this sort of thin ledge that allows them to get up to the top there. I love the idea of this, I just don't know if it's actually going to work. Oh, look at that. What do you know? It does. Good. I like that. Obviously it says that they can escape at the moment, but we'll sort that out. Cool. Okay, so what I just need to do is just kind of cap this off a little bit here. Make sure it looks relatively solid. Yeah, something like that. I don't mind there being a bit of a cave under here, but I do, again, I want it to look relatively realistic. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to do a barrier along these edges yet. Right, let's just check. Yeah, good. So they can get up there. Now I need to give them a reason to go up there. So I'll have to put some enrichment up there, I think. Let's just have a look then. Enrichment. And let's see what they do. Right. Food, toys. I guess a food enrichment, maybe, right up at this end would be a good reason for them to go up there. And then maybe a toy as well. Maybe a rubbing pad if I can. No, I think that's going to let me go on. Oh, there you go. Now if I can get a rubbing pad on there as well, that'd be good. There you go. Excellent. There you go. So there's a couple of reasons for them to actually go up on the rocks. They've got a little bedroom area down here, a little sort of natural looking cave. So we'll give them a little bit of bedding down there. And let's just do a bit of painting while we're at it, and let's just get rid of this long grass. I don't know if I'll have any grass in here in the end, because the whole thing's going to be quite overgrown. So I need to sort out the barriers, because at the moment they're just kind of walking around wherever they want. So what do I want to do barrier wise down the front here? I was thinking about actually doing a rock barrier of some sort. I just don't know that it's not going to be, no, that's not going to work. That's fine. Let's come into here and let's make something with some of our favorite pieces. It does, obviously these guys can jump, so the barriers should end up being quite tall, but I don't know if I really want them to be quite that tall. I think I probably will. Let's do it. Okay, and let's just get these combined. Right. So then we've got mesh fencing, which is a nice option. Especially if you can kind of bury the edge, or does it actually look better if you show the edge? Yeah, it probably does. It's about the right height, so actually I could just drop that down and have it into the ground like that. I quite like the idea of this having a top and a bottom, actually. Make it quite grand. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that's probably all it needs, really, isn't it? And then I've just got to see if I can actually make this fit. Let's get rid of that. If I can make it fit around here. I should probably start it, actually, over here. And then let's see if I can get it looking half decent. It's never going to be quite perfect, being quite a large piece. But I think I can make it look good. And then I'll probably use this going sort of up the stairways as well. Yeah, see, this is where it goes wrong because that's not in the right place, but I might be able to move the entrance. So let's just do that for a second. And let's just come here. No, I'll tell you what I need to do. Let's just delete. Let's just delete the gate for a second. And then let's see about putting in a new gate. Hang on, if I just delete that bit of path as well. Okay, let's do that. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh, there we go. Right, and then I can make this here. No, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. If I come in here, and okay, what the hell? Why can that not just slide straight along? Honestly, this game. It's like it doesn't want me to just copy and paste things. There we go, right. Let's get that to there. And then I can always fill this in with some rocks, can't I? Okay, and then we'll do one here. Let's try and kind of mirror this side if I can. So get it kind of right into here. Just trying to make it look roughly the same as this side, because I can disguise the path and whatever, so that'll be fine. There we go. This one only needs to turn a tiny bit. Hopefully this will look okay. I think it's another one of those things that won't look good until it's surrounded with foliage. Cool, and then I'm thinking I'll use these up this side as well. Like that. Now I'm not sure about this bit, whether this is, I might have to increase the height a bit along here. Which is fine. What I'll do, I'll just get them in place first, and then I can always come back and edit them and make them higher, can't I? So this one just needs to do a bit of a turn. Okay, and then if I go into this corner, lift this one up like that. Yeah, I think this is going to work. That's going to be fine. And now obviously the cats could climb up and out of this, but I'm gonna let myself get away with that. And I'm just going to pretend that they can't. Right, no, that's as far as that's going to go. But I'm gonna come into this one. Yeah, these angles are crazy, but there we go. Let's persevere. Okay. Right, let's get that in place. I think I'll just slide this one up. I don't quite want that bottom bit showing. There we go. I'll just slide that one up to there. Which probably means I just need to lift that up a bit, otherwise it's just going to look a bit strange. So then I'll copy that down and do a quick turn on that. And then again here, this one needs to come up. I think this is going to work quite nicely. What's it look like on the inside? Actually, that one matches quite nicely on the inside. Let's just twist that all the way around. Obviously, I'll get some more rocks on the inside there anyway. Okay, that's fine, I think, over there. Actually, this one feels a little bit low, doesn't it? So let's lift that one up like that, and then I'll duplicate it like that. Whoops, and then we'll come into here and get this one lifted. Bring that down, give it a spin. Excellent, okay. And then what do we want over this side? Pretty much same again, I think. I'll only need a couple on this side though. Yeah, I think just two, just to fill in this little gap here. Okay, there we go. So we have our barriers down there at least. Anyway, oh, why have we got a lot of boxed up animals there? Habitat empty. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, I think it's because I changed the entrance, so they all got sort of boxed up and taken off. But they should come back now, I hope. I assume he's just going to let them go now. Yeah, there we go. Good. Right, so what do I want to do about this entrance? Do you know what I've done? I've gone and put the wrong sort of door on. I should have had a tall door, shouldn't I? I really wish you could replace like that instead of having to delete it, because I think what I'm going to have to do is mess it up again, which is really annoying. See, and now they're all wrong again. Oh, these poor animals. Now I can't even select them. Never mind, we'll get there in the end. Because what I think I need to do with this is put a bit of wall around it So if I get a nice piece of stone, yeah, I think this is kind of the best solution to this problem. And then I might just redo something around here. This isn't quite right at the moment, is it? Let's have a look. I might be able to just rejig this. If I can kind of connect it like that. Problem is then it's not quite connecting to that one. Okay, that's not the worst. And then this one, if I can just jig it like that. Yeah, okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. I do feel like this just needs to be a bit more like that. Right, let's do this then. Let's just rejig here a little bit. Oh, there we go. Actually, that still connects there, so that's fine. Good. Okay, that's a bit of a better entrance now, I think. I might still just do a little bit of something to this. Actually, I think in here we've got... Yeah, there we go. That's what it needs. Right, let's just get that kind of in the middle. That looks nicer, doesn't it? Makes that look a bit more finished. Yeah, I like that. Just wonder if I could do something at the bottom as well. Make it, yeah, just give it a bit of a step there at the bottom. I think that looks nice. In fact, I might even just double that up. Yeah, that looks much better. Nice and solid. Good. Okay. Right, let's just get the rest of these guys unboxed. Is there two there? Not sure. Let's just make sure they can still get everywhere. They can. They can even jump up on these rocks, which is interesting. I don't really want them up there, but okay. So let's just come back into here. So we've got a bit of hiding to do, haven't we, around here? We need to get this looking a bit more solid. We should hide this whole bit here, I think. Just try and plug this hole. Like so, and then we've got a bit of an odd corner here. Let's see if I can fit this in properly. There we go. Okay, that looks good on the inside there now, I think. And we've still got a boxed one. Let's just get you moved. Oh look, they're all sleeping in their little bed over here. That's good. Two of them are anyway. I think we might have lost a couple. Well, one of them. Hang on, there's one in a box. Two sleeping. Have we lost a cat? We might have. Oh no, there's one. Good. Okay, right, let's get some more rocks going around the back of this. It's a bit tricky this corner because it's quite on the pathway, which is fine. I want it on the pathway. You just got to try not to block too much of the path. Block as little as possible. And then I want to get this whole area here covered. And around the back of this one. Do I want rocks right into this corner here? Yes, I probably do. But yeah, try and mix it up a bit, get some different shapes in maybe. Actually, let's go with this pointy one here on the edge. There we go, nearly done. Again, once that's got foliage on it, that will look nice. Just a big old pile of rocks. Lovely stuff. Right, so as a habitat, the structure I think now is looking good. Yes, over here, here we go. Let's get a bit of rock work done here. Actually, let's just come into this. Let's just get this duplicated down. Make it look solid at least. Then I can get a little bit more rock work going on in here. Lovely stuff. Right, let's just plug that little gap there. Good. Right, so we just got this barrier to do at the top here, but I've not really got time. I've only got a couple of minutes of the episode left, so I think that's going to do it pretty much. The animals are happy. I'm not happy with that, actually. Let's just do this water, because it's a bit steep getting down into there. Let's just see if I can... it's going to be a bit tricky to get that any shallower, actually. Maybe come out this way a bit. Just make sure it's the right level. Yes, the right level. That looks a bit better there. They can kind of get into it a bit better. What I might just do on this corner, I might just make this sort of purposely look a bit steeper, because it's a bit too steep. It doesn't look particularly realistic. I kind of like doing this, make it look like a proper little rock pool. There we go. So there's like an obvious little entrance for them to get down into the water there. I don't think they swim, do they? Oh, they do actually swim in it as well. That's good. And they can still get up to these. I'm hoping staff can get up there as well. Yes, good. Cool, okay. Oh, that's looking pretty nice. We do seem to be missing animals again, though. There's only 4 of them. Where do they keep going? Seriously, where have they gone? It's a shame that the Fossa has nothing to climb on. Right, where are you? One there. Typical one there. Hang on, they're not just standing on top of each other, are they? Yes, they are. They're just all standing on top of each other. That's really weird. You're not stuck, are you? I'm just going to move them all. They're all doing an awful lot of standing around and not a lot of moving, which is concerning. Why are you not moving? Okay, there we goes. Maybe they just spend a lot of their time walking and or standing, watching. Anyway, there we go. That's going to do it. So this habitat, obviously, it still needs a barrier at the top here, and then I need a lot of foliage. So I'm going to make it really jungly. So all this grass will disappear. I'll do lots of ground cover stuff down here, and all our usuals, our ferns, our palms, some more, the big trees, all sorts of things. They'll all be looking very much like the theme of the rest of the zoo. So yeah, it will look really nice. I get some more enrichment in there as well. But yeah, there we go. I think that's going to come together quite nicely. We'll obviously see once it's finished, but yeah, I like it. Let me know what you think, and if you've got any more ideas for other animals that you want to see in the zoo, then please do let me know. But for now, that will do it. So anything you want to say, leave me a comment down below, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, do take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.